I guess it's time for Watch This, bitches.
Yeah, there's a good amount of stuff to talk about. So did we all... Now, I know Shipwreck had already seen it, but we have both watched Onward since the last episode.
Yes, I watched it over the...
What did you think?
I watched it over the course of 2 viewings. I fell asleep during the first viewing part. I gotta be honest. Like I had a serious problem with the whole dad legs thing.
Sure.
It's just very unnerving. I don't think it's not funny. I mean, it's like, okay, it's funny for a second, but the whole concept of, okay, here's this kid. He's never met his dad. And now has the chance to meet his dad, and he's meeting his dad's legs. And maybe he'll be able to meet his dad, the top half of his dad, maybe. But for 99% of the movie, it's going to be about this kid and his dad legs. And it's just, I couldn't get past that.
I honestly don't like it either. It's a little too dark. Is it dark? Is that the word I want to use? I think the other parts of the movie also I don't hate. And I think maybe if there was a better... Dead Dad is not the MacGuffin. You know what? I don't even... I could even understand if the movie's still about...
Can we have a spoiler talk?
Passed away.
Can we do a spoiler on this yet, or no? It's too early.
No. It would still be in the theaters.
Oh, okay, fine.
I mean, they say that in the trailer.
Okay,
we know what the
spoiler.
about.
No spoiler, but the ending sucked.
Yes, I would even just say I think the movie would have worked better with a different MacGuffin other than we have to bring back the other half of our dead dad.
It was lame. I just was very uncomfortable.
Like maybe if the quest was more about like finding a recording or something or his wizard something or whatever it would be. But something a little less morbid, I don't know.
Or how about like I just don't.
Even with the same lesson at the end, you could like everything else you could keep, just not the actual physicality of having the father
dead legs,
sort of being a zombie thing.
Right? Yes. That.
Like if you took the zombie dad out, and left everything else in the movie the way it was, the same, the same quest voyage, the same lesson at the end, I would have liked it the better. Same side characters.
None of the It was you don't get any impact from having the legs, except they get a few gags in by having the legs. Basically Weekend at Bernie's gags.
Yeah, it's Weekend at Bernie's.
Right.
It's definitely
We've seen that. It's been done
but
better.
Yeah, they didn't ham it up enough in that direction, I don't think.
Well, because it's too dark. Like it's the kid's, dead dad. He's never met the dad. This is his chance to meet the dad, and he may just have to put up with meeting the dad's legs. It's just it's ridiculous. I didn't like it at all. I really didn't. It made me feel bad.
It
just made me feel bad.
It didn't. I don't know. It didn't grab me emotionally.
No, me neither. Again, because it's not, oddly enough, for the thing that the movie's supposed to hinge on, it doesn't feel like the movie needed to hinge on that.
Yeah, I agree.
Like if it had been your father wanted you to have this for your 16th birthday, and it was like a map to his spell book.
I wanted you to have these, son. They're my legs.
Yeah, I wanted you to have this. Like, here's a map to the spell book, and the kid's like, "Oh, wizards aren't real. They're dumb." And the brother's like, "No, we got to do it." And then the rest of the movie is exactly the same. That totally could have worked.
Yep. And the ending was bad. The message was bad.
Yeah, the ending
was
is
so
a little
dumb. Like even Mrs. Cheapy, who is not one to talk at the screen for anything, like really ever. But she was like, oh, come on. This is ridiculous. Anyway, so that's Onward.
Yep. It's Onward. It's on Disney Plus.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't pay any money for that.
Yeah, I feel bad for people who did.
Well, I won't go that far.
You feeling bad for me?
I don't feel bad.
That was the joke. Yes,
I'm fine with it. I'm sure we'll watch it again at some point.
I'm sure you will.
Do you think somebody can make a version of that takes out the dad legs and keep?
We have the dad legs figure.
Do you? You have the dead dad toy?
Well,
you were in the store.
He mentioned that. He mentioned that on the show.
Yeah. We talked about. I just feel bad for the kid that walks into Target and is like, "I want that. I want that." Dead dad. We talked about that last week.
Right.
No, I know.
They put him
You
next
know what
to
I
all their
did
other
see, though?
depressing Pixar toys.
Ugh,
This is
I
the
hate
most
Pixar.
depressing one. For sure. I
It
mean, come
is.
on. Come
might be.
on. It's ridiculous.
It's like when they made the Lotso bear stuffed animal. Like, really? That's anyway.
It's cute bear.
Uh-huh. You know what else is good? The dead wife playset from Up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else we got here in Watch This Bitches?
I have Birds of Prey.
You should call an exterminator.
Harley Quinn and the Fantabulous Emancipation of blah 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 blah.
Of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, Harley Quinn and her. It's a dumb title. Also, the movie should have just been called Harley Quinn.
Uh-huh.
They shouldn't even have gone with the Birds of Prey name at all, because it doesn't have very much to do with the Birds of Prey.
And nobody knows what that means.
And nobody knows what the Birds of Prey are anyways.
Right.
And it's funny because that in a way that works, where it's like, I don't know who the Birds of Prey are, so you call the movie the Harley Quinn movie, and then at the end of the movie you go, oh, that's who these people are, and that's what they're calling themselves.
Right.
And then the next one could have been called Birds of Prey.
Yes, I agree.
I saw the Batman and the Bold and the Brave episode of Birds of Prey recently.
Yeah, it's a good episode.
It's weird. That show's a weird show.
That show's the best.
It's very good, but that one I was watching, I'm like, I don't know that this one's appropriate for you guys.
Yeah,
That
it can be a little mixed.
Yeah.
Batman. If you've never watched Batman: The Brave and the Bold, I highly recommend it. By the way, for anyone listening, that cartoon is great.
Anyone still, is there anyone still listening?
I don't know, but Birds of Prey. I mean, the fight scenes in that movie are excellent. Like, every fight scene is pretty impressive with the choreography.
Yes, it's a very good karate movie.
Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah.
I forgot.
We talked about it on the show. I thought, I thought it was really like a great kung fu movie, but that's
There's too much padding around it.
Yeah,
And it's sometimes and it can take too long to get
right?
there. Yeah. There's too much padding, it could take too long to get to certain places. I did like the fight in the police station is really good. The fight at the end is really good. Like, yeah, the fighting is where it shines, but outside of that, it kind of falls apart.
Yep. I wanted to make a recommendation to you, Wombat, for you and Mrs. Wombat, for this Netflix show, The Magicians, which I've talked about on the show before, but I'd only watched 1 or 2 episodes. Now I've watched like 13 episodes, I think.
Okay.
I think you guys will really like it. Doesn't your wife like Harry Potter?
She doesn't dislike Harry Potter. This is your show where it's like Harry Potter, but they're older or
I
something?
thought she read the books.
She read most of them? I don't think
Okay.
she ever finished them.
Okay. See, I mean, I remember. Aren't you impressed that I remember that? I mean,
Yeah, that was a long
I
time
feel like you
ago.
should be more impressed.
She still has them. I know she's tried to get my kids to read them, and they're like, "No, this is stupid." So,
Right. It's
as is it anything when you try to hand it to your children that they didn't discover on their own.
right. No, I think you guys will really like it. It's not really. I'm simplifying when I say it's like a Harry Potter where they have sex, but I mean it's more or less what it's like, and it's well done and it's clever and the writing is.
So
good.
you mean X-Men?
Yeah, but I guess, yeah, for sure. It's really,
That's Harry Potter with sex also.
there's more to it than that, because you don't know who who the characters are. You're learning about who the characters are for the first time. It's a different vibe, but yeah, it's not unlike the X-Men. So I think that's a good thing.
Yeah,
I think you guys should definitely check it out. I'd be shocked if you watched 3 episodes. Well, I heard it gets really good. Like season 3 and 4.
We've been going through our rewatch of Community. So
no,
maybe
don't
after
do that. Watch new show.
No, Community's the best.
No, Magicians.
That's on Netflix now. You should watch it again.
Oh, Magicians.
Nope, Community. Pop.
All right. Shipwreck, I know he doesn't have Netflix. I've learned my lesson.
No.
All right.
All right.
That's it for... I also want to give a shout out to the Sushi Dragon on Twitch. You should just follow him now. I don't think he streams that often. This guy... Did you watch that little clip that I sent you?
I tried
can't
to,
really
and
tell
then
what's happening.
I didn't care.
You can't really tell what's
quickly.
happening. This guy has devised a way to put on a full-blown television production by himself live. He's got all these controls strapped to his hands. He's got cameras on his chest, cameras on his hands, green screens, like a million computers. He's had to build high-end computers from scratch. Well, not from scratch, but he's had to build and like figure out how to. Basically, he hasn't been able to make computers powerful enough to do what he wants to do with all his live effects and everything. It's really impressive. And then people, I guess, donate or give money, and he dances. They pick a song and he dances to it and puts on like a live music video to the song. It's really super duper impressive. It's like something you would see in the Museum of Modern Art or a Museum of
I was going to
Image.
say a nightmare.
Or in a nightmare in a way. But I think it's mesmerizing. And I was showing it to my family like right after we ate dinner. And usually when I pull out my phone at the dinner table, Mrs. Cheapy's like, tells me to put it away. But even she was mesmerized by the Sushi Dragon. So you should definitely check it out. And I gave him my Amazon Prime sub, and I got a good shout out for him. It was pretty cool. So that's it. All right, let's move on.